All right, so I'm currently standing outside of a 2021 Honda Passport EXL. I'm going to walk around this vehicle, show you all the features and functions. If you found this video helpful, feel free to show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button. All right, as usual, it's going to walk up here to the Moroni sticker. You guys always welcome to pause the video right here to explore on your own, or just continue watching, explore with me. Now, up on the top right-hand corner, talks about your fuel economy. You got 19 for the city, 24 for the highway with a combined of 21. Down on the bottom right-hand corner, talks about your safety ratings. Where the vehicle is made at, Lincoln, Alabama. It is a US-made product. The price point, and then the long list of features which we're going to go over today. All right, comes standard with 2 key fobs. Remote start comes standard. To use remote start, you simply hit lock twice. 1, 2. Click and hold this button down here below. Lights will flash down there. Starts right up. It's going to heat and cool the car to 72 degrees. Runs in 10-minute intervals, and the doors will remain locked. Now, as we step over towards the front of the vehicle, all of your Honda sensing features come standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, and then your forward collision magnetic braking. You have LED lights all around, which includes your daytime running lights, fog lights, tail lights, and headlights. You're going to have 280 horsepower in here with a 3.5 V6 and a 9-speed automatic. You can have a towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. We're going to step her off to the side to those 20-inch alloyed rims. You're going to have heated side mirrors with turning indicators, body-colored handles. Now, also with that, you're going to have your smart entry system. So let's say the car is all locked up. You have the key fob in your purse, jacket, you name it. Just walk up to the car, put your hand on the handle, unlocks automatically. You can simply lock it too by hitting this button when you walk away with the key fob. It locks everything from that point. And you also have the walk away auto lock feature. Just walk away with the key fob. If that's enabled, it automatically locks the doors. Now, we're also going to have the rear tinted windows. We're also going to have a capless gas tank. So your gas release is going to be right here on the door. Click and hold that for a split second. Door is going to pop right open. So you have no longer a $2 cap to argue and debate with. It's a simple slide and go from that point. You have a rail tailgate spoiler. Chrome tipped dual exhaust. All-wheel drive badging for this all-wheel drive. You're going to have a multi-angle rear camera. Then once again, you're going to have those LED tail lights. Just makes a bold statement as you're applying onto the brakes. We're also going to have your power lift gate. It's going to be right there on the key fob. You also can come up and hit the button on the door. It's going to open and close from there. So we got some additional cool cubby space down off to the side. You have a little more shallow one over here. Little courtesy tie downs. The great thing about the Passports is going to be the awesome cargo space. That's going to be in the back. The cool thing is you have some additional storage underneath. There it is. Spare tire is going to be up top with the emergency gas funnel. This whole tray comes right out, and you can clean it and then put it right back in. We're also going to have a 12-volt plug-in. Then you get these nice little buttons here that illuminate in the dark. When you hit those, the seats will fold down nice and flat. So as life happens, challenge accepted. Just throw whatever you need in there and keep living life. All right, we also have a power button right here to close the tailgate. All right, you guys already know about power windows. You got some additional cup holders right over here, and then some additional cubby space down below. You got a nice little sun visors right within the door. These seats are going to be nice and easy to fold right up. Just grab and push them right up there. You're going to have leather seats. Armrests right here in the middle with some additional cup holders. Cool thing about these middle seats, the second row, is they get a squeeze bar underneath, so you can slide these forward and back. You can adjust for passenger and cargo that's going to be in the back. Some nice additional pockets. Always need some more space when you have a family vehicle. Down below, we're going to have a couple USBs, 2.5s, fast charge. Carpet mats come standard, no additional charge. All right, then once again, as we open up the driver's side door, you guys know about power windows, power locks. We're gonna have 2-seat memory. So with that, it's gonna save the position of your side mirrors and then the driver's seat. So every time you walk in with the key fob 1 or 2, it will automatically go to that setting for you. You have your tailgate. Then you're also gonna have your gas release, some additional tray space and cubby space down below on the door. Then you're also going to have blind spot information system. So if there's a car in your blind spot, that will light up. The only time it comes on, when it beeps at you, is when there's a car in your blind spot and you have your turning indicator on. But once again, though, you can customize your blind spot information system for your particular needs. You have a 10-way adjustment. You got your forward, you got your back, you got your up and down, you got your tilt, that, you got your recline, then you got the lumbar from there. You got your parking brake. Let's kind of jump right into the Passport here. It's going to be a push button start, so make sure when you get into the car you have the key fob with you. It can stay in your pocket, your purse. You can set it down in a cup holder. Just make sure it's in the car. Put your foot down on the brake and hit the start button, and watch everything start up. All right, over here on the left-hand side, you got your Econ Mode. So when you hit that button, you get a nice little green leaf down below to let you know it's on. If I hit it again, it shuts it off. Econ is going to make you more fuel efficient. It's most effective on the highway. You're going to be sacrificing acceleration power, AC power, and electrical front power to give you better fuel economy. Depending on how aggressive you're driving, you may see anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles to a gallon. Now, also corresponding with that, if you like a little bit of visual coaching, you get this nice white bar right up there. It turns from white to green. Green is you're being fuel efficient, so it kind of gives you a visual, a lifetime feed on how you're doing for fuel efficiency. You got this right over here is for your mirror selector, left and right. You got the D-pad to adjust. You got your vehicle stability assist, your road departure, and then your forward collision mid-neck braking if you ever want to disable that. You're going to have your hands-free link, so you can answer, hang up the phone, reject with voice command. You know, if I'm saving your phone, you can click that, say call Crazy Honda Chris mobile phone, gives me a call, and answer all of you guys' questions. You got your media controls and everything from there, and they also have a little more at the dash. So if you hit the home button, just kind of slowly thumb through this. And once again, you can choose what you want to see up here, what you don't want to, stuff like that. Now these buttons here up to the sides to increase and decrease the brightness. You got shifter pedals right here to turn your automatic into a manual. We have auto headlights. All of your Honda sensing features is going to be over here on the right hand side. You can tell when they're available by the green writing up there. You can pretty much, if you don't see it or if you don't like it, you can hit the main button. It's going to take it away. Now it's available, now it's not. So with your lane keep assist is between 45 and 90 miles an hour, mostly for your highway driving. Let's say if you're driving down the road, it finds lines on the road and you're going the proper speed. As you kind of hit this button here, right now those lines are hollowed out because we're not going the proper speed, we're not finding lines in the road, but if we were, it'd be filled in white dotted lines. When you go out of your lane a little bit, it's going to beep. You can turn that beep off. You can customize that. That brings you back and recenters you. And once again, that's between 45 and 90 miles an hour. We also have your cruise control button right here. You can adjust the speeds. Then you also have your adaptive cruise control right there. As you're selecting that, you can change the distance between you and the car in front of you. So let's say if you're going 35 and the car in front of you is going 30, once you reach that range, that car is in that range, it's going to beep. You can turn that beep off or on. Once again, you can customize that, and it slows you down to match your speed with that car to maintain that distance. Now once they get out of the way, you can just resume back to where your cruise control was set at. All right, so you got your wipers and everything else on here on the other side. Pretty much as you pull down, the more you pull down, the faster those go. Now over here, we got a nice little touch screen. You can pair up multiple phones. You got your settings here. You can customize all of your vehicle settings, the display, Pretty much everything that involves the vehicle, doors unlocked, when they unlocked, lights, you name it, it's all right in there. All right, so we got quite a bit of radio selections here. You got FM, you got AM, you got an aux input, SiriusXM, your satellite radio. You get 3 months of that for free. After that, you have to contact them to continue that. We don't have a CD player, but you know what? You can download your CDs and other music onto a flash drive, thumb drive. Just plug and play from that point. Just kind of click the USB. We're also going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You guys can read that selection right down there. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you have an Apple phone, to plug and play, you'll find the USB port. It's going to be right down here with a little picture of the phone. Plug it in, plug it, from that. Then it's a select. You can use like your Apple Maps, other compatible apps will display right up here while playing through your speakers. Android Auto is the same thing, just a couple additional steps. You have to download Android Auto and then allow all the permissions from that point. You got your trip, text messages, now you're also going to have this little button over here. You can change the brightness of your screen, your volume control for your music. All right, now let's kind of sneak right down here, guys. You're going to have all of your climate control here in the center. So pretty much you got your temperature. You got a tri-climate. So I can control all the climate if I want to up here. I have the sync button. You get your different modes. You get your fan speeds, AC, circulation of the air, off, auto. Then we got the rear climate. I can hit the RR settings. I can mess with all the rear climate, for the kids back there complaining on him else. You got a front defroster, rear defroster with your heated side mirrors. Heated seats, as you can see, there's going to be 3-tier for the front seats. A 12-volt plug-in. Then you have a USB with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Nice little tray. Some cup holders. You're going to have a shift-by-wire technology is going to be here. So cool thing about this, you got to put your foot down on the brake where you can shift gears. Let's say if I don't have my foot down on the brake, we're driving down the road or just in park, I can't just smack these buttons and change that. It's going to tell me, hey, got to apply onto the brake pedal, and then I can shift from that point. So reverse, just pull it back, have your foot down on the brake, pull it back towards you. Automatically, your multi-angle rear camera pops right up. These buttons down here below shows you how the camera acts. So you have a nice 180 view, catch some more of your blind spot. Then you have a nice right behind you view. So if we select that, then a straight down shot from your rear bumper. Now the cool thing about this also, as you turn your wheel, that turns and guides you too as well. Gives you a nice little visual, changes colors to let you know that your tires are not lined straight. Over here we have our cross traffic monitoring system. So that's pretty much turn it on or off. So let's say we have it off, now you have it on. You can tell by the, it's highlighted. So let's say if we're having it in reverse, a car is coming from the side, it's going to beep at us and point out what direction that car is coming from. Why not have that enabled? All right, then we have a neutral drive and a sport drive. We're going to have our intelligent traction management. So as you select this, you'll see it right up here on the display. You got a couple different options. You got snow, mud, and sand. It's going to change how the car is going to perform to optimize your handling in those environments. Now, let's say we have in a snow mode. It's automatically going to say snow right up there to remind you. So next time you turn on the car and you left it in a snow mode, you have a visual to let you know why the car is performing a little differently. You're going to have idle stop. So there's a lot of criteria that goes involved with that. Let's say it meets all that from that point. When you're idling, it's going to partially shut off the engine. The whole point of that is to make you more fuel efficient for your city driving, since your Econ is going to make you more fuel efficient for your highway driving. Excuse me. But let's say if you ever want to disenable that, it's as simple as to click and hold this button right down here. Then you have a nice bright orange A up on the top left-hand corner to let you know it's off. It's visually off. We'll turn that back on. So we got a nice deep storage space right down over here with a nice little courtesy tray. Fill it up, put it out of the way. You have an aux, USB, and a 12-volt plug-in down below. Good size glove box. Everyone has their own armrest, so we can't argue about that. Fighting for elbow space. Nice little trim work within the dash. We're also going to have an auto-dimming rearview mirror, so it's going to reduce that glare from those bright LED lights and everything behind us. We have the HomeLink for your garage door opener. a one-touch power moonroof. It's going to open, close, tilt, and all that. You have this little button here just simply for your dome lights. Nice little place for the sunglasses. Then a little condensation mirror right here so you can keep an eye on cargo, pets, people, whatever else is back there. All right, we'll take one last look here on the outside. This is pretty much going to be my little walk around for the 2021 Honda Passport EXL. If you guys have any further questions, feel free to drop a comment down below or contact me, Crazy Honda Chris, here at Randy Kill Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And once again, if you found this video helpful, please feel free to show your support by hitting the like and subscribe button. All right, this is Crazy Honda Chris, putting dreams in driveways, guys. Thank you again for watching.